Christmas! Merry Christmas to all you happy listeners out there. Hey, everybody, this is...
Tis the fucking season,
this
dude.
is Sex, Drugs, and Opera. Hope you're having a merry day. This is your, I guess, 24th podcast.
Yeah,
episode
24th podcast on
Season 3, episode 24th, on the 24th of December, which is Christmas Day in Germany, Christmas Eve in the States.
Yeah.
Probably other things, other places. But, yeah, anyway.
How the fuck are you guys doing?
How the merry fuck are you guys doing?
Dude, this is also the last
Yeah.
episode of the season.
Yeah.
The season.
Season 3 ender. We're going to leave 2020 behind.
Fuck
And,
2020.
20,
Dude,
yeah.
20 motherfucking 20. I know everybody's, it is fashionable
Oh, yeah.
to shit on 2020. But you know why?
Yeah.
Because 2020 sucked dick.
I mean,
2020
inarguably. Yeah.
Fucking sucked. For me personally and for the world.
Yeah.
2020 can suck my anus.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
terrible.
Just
I
think, I think, man, you just blasted everything else out of my head with that anus sucking.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's true, man. And looking back at 2020, maybe there were some lesson learns, you know, hindsight's 2020 and
like
all
what?
that.
What's the lesson that you learned? Oh my God, that was terrible.
I was just setting up the dad joke. I didn't actually believe what I was saying.
It was 2020.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I think it universally sucked, which you know brought us all closer together because you know nothing brings you closer together like
It's even
trauma.
fucking with Christmas, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking with Christmas.
Even fucking with Christmas.
Yeah.
People are like, should I go back home for Christmas? Right? Like,
Yeah.
I'll Be Home for Christmas should be the #1 played Christmas song this year. Because so many, if only in my dreams.
Yeah.
It's the last fucking word. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. And how many people are doing that this
Yeah,
year?
you know, obviously Mike and I out here in Germany, we got a lot of expat friends. It just kind of happens. And I keep asking them, what are your Christmas plans? They're like, nothing, man. I'm just fucking chilling.
Yeah.
Because all these people, like, there's a lot of people from England and like Ireland and shit. It's like, they usually go home, you know? Polish people and shit, but it's like, no, I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling. I'm just going to have a lonely
Lots of people
Christmas.
out there are chilling. Mike and I are a bit hungover. Well, I'm hungover. You hungover?
No, you drank a lot more than I did last night. So we found an old version. So I bought this. It looks like an old Nintendo system, and loaded onto it, it has like over 600 games or something like that.
So many games.
Approximately 600 of those games fucking suck.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like unplayable. I
But
mean,
you got to sift through them.
you got to sift through them.
Some of them are winners.
But when you find a winner,
Yeah.
you tend to stick to it because you don't need too many. You don't need 600 to be happy.
No, that was the beauty of it back then, yeah.
Right.
But we find a couple of every hither and thither. And last night we ended up on Yoshi's Cookie. And man,
Oh, is that what you want to talk
I
about?
want to talk about a few things, but I want to start off with the music from Yoshi's Cookie. There's lots of songs, but it's Type A. You got to find Yoshi's Cookie Type A. It's surprisingly good. You know, you think Handel's good? No, man.
No, dude.
No.
Nah, brah.
I don't know who wrote this song, but it's. Are you gonna play it?
Yeah,
Play the
because
whole thing. It's like a minute long.
The whole thing.
Let me talk it up first. So
Okay,
it's gonna be your usual sea chanty melody here, and then oh my God, the B section, the chromaticisms. You won't see it coming, but you'll be so glad that it came.
You guys ready
Play
for
it.
this?
Play it, Mike.
Hold on, I want to make sure my volume
Max
is
that
up.
shit out. Oh God, play it. Bangs. Those offbeats just stabbing you.
Because they're so like sharp and.
Yeah. Then it repeats. You got to set the repetition. That's an important thing to trick them later.
That's right.
Right?
Because they're gonna bend you over here.
Yeah.
soon.
You get listen to the B line here. Listen to the chromatic going down.
Whoa.
Now you think that's good? Just wait. Just wait for that leap. See, they set you up. You set up the expectations,
Yep. Everything's just trucking along normal here.
and we're gonna repeat. Now you wait for this. Here it comes.
Ready?
It's so good, dude.
Nasty.
Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, then it repeats. But man, they throw you around. You're like, oh, Oh, and when you can do that to someone, you give them the 3. You know, that's good.
See,
We were distracted. We played that game for the music. We quit. We
we stopped playing. We stopped fucking playing because all of a sudden, at one point, it was like, we were bobbing our heads, doing a little tiny dance to it, which was nice. And then all of a sudden, I heard that interval, that beautiful dreamer, right?
Yeah,
and
then the chromaticism, then the turn back up.
But I only noticed the chromaticism after. With every successive listen, it got more and more interesting.
Oh, man, the yearn and
turn. It's
like
a new Christmas present.
That's good shit.
Every listen, there was a new Christmas present.
Can't remember who taught me that phrase, the yearn and turn. I had some.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I had some composition thing. He was like, I think we used Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Sounds like some kind of jazzer, dude.
You do Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and you like do the nasty note, and then you turn it back. And they yearned and turned hard in Yoshi's Cookie. Yoshi's Cookie Type A. Check it out on YouTube.
I hope that guy got something for it. Got something for it.
Someone needs to fucking like put out the sheet music.
I thought you were going to tell the world about Where's Waldo. That's what made us drink. That's what made us drink. This
is what happened. We played Where's Waldo last time, and we could not beat this last fucking level, and we just wanted to get to the end, which is the moon. You go to the fucking moon,
right? Waldo
and then you
on
start.
The moon.
Then you start the moon world, or so one thought. So we get here, and we came. Last time it was just let's get together and drink, but this was like let's fucking find Waldo every goddamn time.
Waldo is going to the moon tonight.
We did it. We did it. He goes to the moon. He jumps out. What's gonna happen next?
Bated breath. We didn't say anything.
Yeah.
We just looked at each other.
We were all
like,
standing, and it just ended.
And he bounced on the moon twice, and then it was the start screen again.
That fucking
there wasn't
coy
special
motherfucker.
Music.
That
there wasn't
facetious
anything.
son of a bitch. Yeah, it was fucked, man. But Yoshi's Cookie was good. So there's good games on there. But I'm telling you, Yoshi's Cookie, the music, don't sleep on it.
Yeah, there was lots
Set
of
it
good
as your ringtone.
Dude, Zelda's music, I think, is pretty legendary when it comes to...
Video game music, dude, video game music is so... We got to do a whole podcast on video game music. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
You might not... I don't know how much... I guess you probably know the old stuff, but like the new stuff going on, like Final Fantasy is...
Well, the Final Fantasy is like the... You see posters for concerts.
Yeah.
Like stadiums
We've
selling
talked about
out
it before, but video game music. And yeah, like the Zelda, that stuff back then, like... You want to talk about light motifs in the Ocarina of Time, man? Dude, or whatever that one is.
Wagner's racist little fingers spread out over all facets of music.
Yeah, man. You can't... Wagner can't fuck with the Ocarina of Time, man. No, but it was a good time last night. But you're right. I drank more than everyone else because I had... And I knew it was going to happen because I bought this bottle of honey whiskey. And
honey Jim Beam, right?
Yeah, and it's dangerous. I must have drunk most of that bottle. Yeah. It's almost empty. I don't think anyone else was drinking it but me. But it was a good time. We're swapping stories. We're swapping funeral stories.
You drank until you saw Jesus. Drank until you saw your Messiah.
God, the old Messiah. Yeah, we're kind of jamming on that today. Did you sing a lot of Messiahs back in the day?
A couple, yeah.
Because you told me, because we talked about this last night, but it's a bit fuzzy. Like we talked about like weddings and funerals that we've sung. Remember that? And you said you'd sung a lot of weddings. Or did you say a lot of funerals?
Yeah, I sang a lot of funerals and a lot of weddings.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had another guy here with us, David. He's a pianist, organist, and he said, of course, that at a funeral you play the organ a lot. Like it's like a steady gig or something like that. But I quit singing funerals. I'd had enough. I always had weird experiences. And then last night you told me you had fewer than I did because I guess...
I had zero weird experiences with singing funerals, zero.
I guess last night that we had decided that... it was because, like, in Catholic churches, it's kind of set when you sing.
Yeah,
and my thing was never set. That was the whole problem, right?
There's a set. There's basically a standard repertoire. You're not singing... You're not going to sing... at one secular funeral, they wanted me to sing Memories from Cats. So I did that.
That was it. I knew we had good stories.
Yeah.
Like we
had some good stories. You got to tell your story.
Well, I didn't mean to... I just got excited about yours. You sang Memories.
But that's not happening at a Catholic funeral.
No.
That's not going to happen. It's not happening. You're not singing that.
Yeah.
It has to be religious music, and it has to be pretty Catholic.
Okay. Yeah, it has
and
to
you
fit.
know exactly when you're getting... There's no, like... I'm going to do, like, my interpretive judgment juggling routine in memory of my father, and then you're gonna come out and sing.
Because that was all my experience. It was all drunk people falling over, like weird eulogies, and I was always singing weird shit. And the the one that made me quit was some guy. He hired me to do "Oh Danny Boy," and he's like, "But I want it to be a surprise, right?" And I was like, "Okay." So I show up to the funeral, and he gives me the money. He's like, "All right, I want you to sit there." Like sit over there, like in this pew, and I want you to, after I read my scripture, I'll give you a look, and then you stand up and start singing.
Right.
And I remember saying to him, I was like, do you want to do, like, the audience members as really a singer? Like, you want to do that shtick at a funeral? And he's like, yeah.
Like, you stand up, and everybody's like, what?
Yeah, and I was young, so I was like, no, okay. Like, he really wants it to be like, I'm gonna create a moment, you know? And so, like, when I'm on stage with Mike, it's like, and Mike's like, because Mike and I had performed a lot. Back in the day, we used to do a lot of recitals together. And Mike would be like, we'd be backstage, and Mike's the king of this. He'll be like, I'm gonna do this weird thing we've never rehearsed, you know. So look for the sign, right? And he's a pro, so he always gives me the sign.
Right. I've worked it out in my head.
Yeah.
It's coming for you.
Yeah. And the problem is, once you've been on stage a lot, you start trusting other performers.
Right.
And so when someone tells you, I'll give you a sign, you fucking trust him. You know what I mean? And so this guy, he's like, I'll read my scripture. I'll give you the look. You'll know. And so he reads it and he just fucks off because he's of course like really nervous and shit.
Yeah.
And so much time went by that I knew it was my time to sing. But there was a moment where it could have worked and it was long gone.
Right. So he got done.
Yeah. So he was
and then
done.
Just fucked off.
And there should have been this transitional moment where he was closing his book and I stood up and was like, "Oh, Danny," and I just fucking gave him Danny Boy from nothing, right? And so there was like 20 seconds and it like kept going. And I was looking at him and then he did that thing where he had realized he fucked up, so he just stared at his shoes. You know what I mean? He wouldn't look at me. He was going to let me solve this. So me being like 22 years old or something, I stood up and I thought it'd be less awkward if I cleared my throat, right? Because I was like, they'll look at me and then they'll know something's
I'm sure
coming.
that made it less awkward.
Stood up. I was like, just some dead guy, a bunch of sad people like, yeah, just fucking. And so it startled people. People were really weirded out. It was over. Like nobody clapped because it's a funeral. And then I wasn't gonna stay for the rest of the funeral. So I was like in the middle of a pew. I wasn't on the end. So I was like, excuse me. Shuffled out, left, went to the casino, spent all the money on alcohol, cigarettes, and slot machines. And then I said, fuck that, never again.
I
quit, man.
I think the funniest part of the story is after that amount of time goes, people are looking at you. Like when you stand up, they're thinking, oh, that was so awkward. He's just doing it to break the silence, but he doesn't know how awkward it is now.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it must set into everybody's head because you were playing this I'm just a member of the audience sort of thing. It must set into anybody's head like, wait, do you know that guy?
Yeah, and then I left.
And then everybody, like, collectively figures out, nobody knows who the fuck you are. It's like you came in off the street, sang "Oh Danny Boy" to break the silence.
They probably thought I was an
left.
angel. They probably thought, like, I was an apparition or something. But yeah, I'd never thought about that before. But, like, because I was just thinking, but, like, I really put myself in their shoes. Like, what would you be thinking that whole time? Right? You'd be like, who is that person?
Right.
Like, this must be spontaneous. I guess
Were you
this is
dressed any differently than anybody else?
No, because it's a funeral. Everyone's wearing suits.
Everybody's in suits, so there's no way to distinguish you that way.
I looked exactly like everyone else. It was not planned. It was not in the program. Literally no one except this guy. He didn't plan the funeral. He was just a guy. Right?
What did they do afterwards?
I don't know, because I fucked the...
Yeah. When you're done, you've got to walk somewhere.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you walk in silence?
I stopped singing, and people... Because that's the other thing, is the next thing didn't start happening. And that's why I left, right? I sang, and then everyone was looking at me, and, like, someone, like, coughed. You know, like that
classic
cough, reverberated cough.
Like,
you know,
you've never heard better acoustics in all of your life.
One of those,
just
you know,
echoes. It carries.
There was rustling of programs. People were looking down, and the people at the front, they had something in mind, right? So they were like, okay, he's gonna read, then I'll do my thing, right? Mm-hmm. And he must have told them to wait or something. He must have like told them he'll give them a sign too.
That guy fucked everything up.
And so that
guy ruined a funeral.
So then everyone was like, what happens next? So
wait, you walked off.
Yeah, I just walked.
How long did you have to walk in silence?
It must have been a good. I had to shuffle by 3 people. Yeah, excuse me. And then
to get up there.
they must have thought the shuffling wasn't weird to get out of my pew because they probably thought I was gonna go to the front and then like sing like an encore or something, right? But I shuffled out and then
this is after you were done singing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you sang in your place.
I sat in my place the whole time for like
my
20 minutes,
God.
and then I stood up like in the middle of a church pew, right, like surrounded by people. Like people were like looking behind, like up at me while I was
Doing one
singing.
of those
and then
awkward things.
yeah, and then when I left, I got to the end, so I was standing in the aisle, right, and so people thought I was gonna go to the front, but I was gonna leave.
Still silence.
Yeah, still silent, and I gave like a weird like bow, not a full bow, but like I don't know, like a hello, like type bow,
Like, hey.
and yes, yeah, like
a Japanese.
yeah, that type of bow, and then I just about faced, and I just walked the fuck out of there.
Continued silence.
Yeah.
Did they hear the door? Like, did you open the door and have like a
It was
loud, like,
exactly
clack,
like
clack,
that.
clack?
It was exactly those American like with the metal handle fire doors. Pachoo, choo, choo, it was
This could have been in a
a
movie.
scene in a movie.
Where you press the bar,
Yeah.
you go out, you hear a loud plum, and then you hear everybody turn in
Yeah.
their pew, like
Yeah.
looking back at the front.
The only thing that could have made better is like if I would have like gone out the fire door or something, like
It'd be
made
awesome
it rain
if there were a recording of
or
that.
something. Oh, and I'm not going to tell more. Maybe I'll do it on another one sometime. But it's one of like 8.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen because you know the order of a Catholic Mass.
Yeah.
If you're singing it, if you're doing that, you know what's coming next, and
And I
it's
always-
coming hard.
I
and
always
it's coming
respected
whether
that.
you wanted to or not.
Yeah. I would respect. Are weddings the same in the Catholic Church?
Yeah,
then?
basically. You
Okay.
get done with the love is patient, love is kind, love never
I'm a
touches
fan
the
of that,
butthole,
like
sort
just
of thing.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
It's like a rehearsed show.
In
you
and
know?
out.
Yeah. It's like there should be like a magic flute or something like these operas that are done all the time. There should be like a standard staging that they make us all learn.
In the
You know what I mean? Like in school, you learn the standard staging so that if you jump in for Tosca,
Yeah.
they're like, he's doing the like international standard staging
Yeah.
of Scarpia. That come on.
It's not a bad. It's not. Well, that's how it used to be back in the day. Like it'd be coming out, and like the guy would go there, and he's like, "There's supposed to be a glass of water here." He's a total jump in.
Yeah.
But he knows in
There's always a glass of
that there's
water.
always a glass of water there
Yeah.
in every opera house in the entire world.
It was different back then, and we're talking about Messiah on this one, but on
Kind of.
Well, we're doing a long segue here, but on the secret sponsor one, we're gonna talk. I'll plug it now. We're gonna talk about Handel, and his life and stuff, and like how he kind of started a lot of opera companies and shit.
Yeah.
And it was cool the way he was doing his shit. So if you're interested in that, we don't talk about Baroque composers that much. But we're going to do a big thing about Handel after this, so check that out. But we're doing the Messiah, which kind of folds into what we're talking about a bit. It was, it was this oratorio stuff that they were doing at the time. Was, I guess, Handel started doing it for 2 reasons, really. One was, like, he was more successful at it. People liked it more. He kind of got tired of that Italian shit. But also, 2, in many places, opera was often banned, Like you had to do sacred shit.
Exactly. That's the reason he wrote opera before he and this is really for the secret sponsorship. He wrote opera before he wrote any oratorios. But while he was rather young, he traveled down to Italy, and when he was in papal regions, at some papal regions, opera was banned. They
Yeah.
were like, "Nah, get that secular shit the fuck
this
out of here."
acting shit.
So
no,
he
man.
he composed a couple oratorios or sacred works. For instance, the famous Dixit Dominus
Yeah.
was composed there. And then, so he kind of had that in his back fucking pocket. So when it came time, after he like popularized the fuck out of opera in London, it was already popular. I mean, of course, it's if you have like a bunch of laced up fucking nobility
That's
walking
true.
around at that time, you're watching opera.
Yeah,
And you're watching it
and
hard.
London was the place, man.
And London was one of the places. So he went there, dominated that
Yeah.
shit. But it's funny because one of the things is he.
Don't give him too much Handel, man.
Okay, never mind. He eventually. Fine. You guys got to pay for that.
Yeah, it's
shit.
good. It's good shit. The guy. It's a slow start to his life, but then he gets some stuff going here. I want to talk about him now that
I
you started,
want
but
to
we
talk
got
about him too.
Yeah,
but
we got to save it for the next.
We got to get to Messiah. Let's just say, for this reason and another, he eventually started fucking killing it.
Yeah.
With oratorios.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
so he had this guy named Jennings, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy was a big fucking prude.
Charles Jennings.
He was like, this guy was so far up his ass
Yeah.
with this kind with religious stuff that I doubt he was at all.
He was pretty
fucking-
esoteric as shit too. I think at the Messiah concerts, they often had to have like supplemental stuff to like explain why the fuck he chose what he chose. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's okay. So let's get into maybe we can talk a little bit just about his oratorios to say why Messiah, first off, is unique among his other oratorios, because he wrote 20 oratorios.
Jesus, who has the time?
Well,
He was fast. That's the thing.
He was fast, but there's also another thing about him stealing music. But that's actually also for the Handel thing. We're
Borrowing.
teasing. We're teasing it.
Yeah.
We're not making the plunge. We're just teasing, and then you pull away, right? Because that's how it goes. You guys have to see the fucking.
Mike's making hand
Gestures.
motions that would get us fucking kicked off of YouTube.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So.
How did you get so many things to play with over there? You got it's like a toy box over here.
I know.
You have like pliers and a
prepare.
pencil and
I prepare because you
Oh,
take away
Christ.
most of my toys.
Yeah, I
throughout
do.
these things.
I literally will. All right, so come on. He wrote 20 oratorios
He
or whatever.
wrote 20 oratorios, and most of them were basically operas.
Just without acting.
Without
no
without
characters,
acting
yeah.
and without sets. Which let's put. I'll give you one reason, which is a third reason for why he might have switched to oratorio. His last opera house wasn't the best success. He actually lost money on that shit. But what he recognized is there's a trend for this oratorio shit, and if I put that on, I don't have to pay for costumes, and I don't have to pay for fucking sets.
Yeah.
Huge.
The more we
Huge with the profit margin.
yeah. And the more we talk about these composers and shit, the more it's like, man, the biggest ones were kind of business savvy, you know? Like, they weren't just creating their art, man. Like, they kind of had, it was their job, you know? And it was like he chased down jobs. He had people that hired him to do specific things, and he was like able often to do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
look, we talked about when we talked about Beethoven this past year.
Yeah.
How Beethoven eventually ended up just doing what he wanted, and only he wanted to create art, and that's what he was caring about, right? He was kind of the first.
Yeah.
Because
he came much later. Back then,
Right.
how the fuck were you going to do it? The
Right.
system wasn't set up for you to be able to.
Well, man, we're getting into. There's so much stuff that I have to save for the Handel podcast, right?
Save it, man. Save it.
But I kind of get tired of hearing people saying like, no, we should just be for the art. We should just do this. And I'm thinking to myself, look, they did it for a long time. When they were really trying to make a killing at it.
Yeah.
They were trying to make that fucking money. And Handel was making it.
Well,
with
you had
oratorio.
to. You had to.
He was making
You would
it
fucking die, man.
and he wasn't just a
not a good
businessman
time to be alive.
with that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he reinvested his money too.
Yeah.
And which he then invested back into other shit, dude. He was a smart guy with that. He was business savvy and a smart guy with that stuff. What's funny is Messiah isn't one of those pieces that made him all sorts of money.
No.
That's not what made him the money in the end. But
And I don't think, it wasn't that big in his life.
well, okay, kind of.
Yeah.
So Messiah
Yeah.
in the century after Handel
Yeah.
lived was basically the only piece he was known for.
Yeah.
Wrote 40 operas that fucking smashed
Yeah, right,
in his
right.
days. A bunch of oratorios that smashed. A bunch of, all of it at high, top-level shit. But
Yeah.
Messiah and
Messiah.
water music were like the two things that he was known for after
Yeah.
that. And it was only afterwards
Yeah.
he actually ended up getting a revival. So the bulk of like the money that he would have made came after his thing because so there were 3 performances, like 3 really, really important performances of Messiah at his time. Of course, the premiere in Dublin, charity event, went to hospitals.
The premiere's funny because when I was reading about this, it was like there were like 700 people went or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, did you read that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there was that thing where it's like men had to remove their swords and women had to remove their hoops.
No,
to
no,
fit
no,
them
no,
in
no.
there. Was that
no,
something
sorry.
else?
That was not in Dublin.
No, was that somewhere else?
That was
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
else. And I'll get to that because that's a really interesting story, actually. So in Dublin, which, by the way, the fucking we're used to having like these whole choirs of wobbly old church singers, right?
Oh yeah,
26 kids and 5 men. Those were the singers. That was
Well, the orchestra too was also very small. It was like a basso continuo, and then
Right.
like 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of that.
Yeah, exactly. 2 trumpets, two violins, a viola, a harpsichord. I mean, it was tiny.
Probably an
as
oboe
fuck.
or something. But like, yeah, it was not a big wall of sound. Yeah, I mean, it's very intimate and shit
Right.
like that. And now, yeah, it's become this Messiah sing-along shit.
It's become the Messiah. So it's basically impossible to find. I mean, it's not impossible because people love doing period shit nowadays. We're going back to the roots,
Yeah.
right? Which leads a lot of people to poo-poo on a bunch of other interpretations of Messiah, which are more romantic. But that's fine.
But there was
Whatever.
never a set thing. Even in his life, it was changed so much,
Sure.
you know? And they pretty much immediately started doing like readaptations of it, I guess, because like Mozart even wrote a Messiah, right? He
Well,
wrote
that's
the German version.
the Messias, right?
Yeah.
That's the German version that's still performed to this day. Is the Mozart
it's funny
adaptation.
because Messiah was kind of a moneymaker for me back in the day in the States, and I haven't sung it or even heard about it once in Germany.
Well, okay, but there's a reason for that, and that's because of the severe pigeonholing that goes on in Germany.
Yeah.
For instance, if you're a choir singer in Germany, it's really hard to make. If that's on your CV and you're putting that out there for the world,
Yeah.
that's hard to make the jump over to soloist.
Yeah.
Like damn near impossible. It's really hard.
Uh-huh.
And then if you are a concert singer or if you're an opera singer, to jump over to the concert world is hard. There are people who just do concerts. They go around only doing concerts, and they're kind of kept separate in Germany.
Yeah, there's like concert agents.
There are concert
what is that
agents.
noise?
I don't know, dude.
Fuck it.
Probably the angels getting antsy. They want to
Fucking
hear some
vacuuming
fucking
upstairs.
Messiah.
Yeah, no, you're kind of. They have concert agents in Germany. I'm sure a lot of you know that, but it's like opera agents. It's like that's a kind of a different career path. Often,
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, you
You can
kind
get a
of have
concert
to-
gig here and there, but still, that aside, the Messiah itself. I mean, I don't see it performed that much. Definitely never in English.
Well, no, there are all kinds of choral works that are done here, but Messiah is, and it's popular here, but not as popular as in America, not as
In
popular
the
in
States,
Britain.
I mean, there was like one year where I sang like 4 of them. You know, like it was just every church did Messiah.
Yeah.
I had the feeling or something like that back in the day, and it's crazy. Mike and I got our scores here. I don't know why. I'm like for no reason.
You wanna
And
sing some, dude?
This is a pretty fat stack here, and your boy Handel wrote it in 24 days.
24
man.
fucking days. The first 100 pages in 6.
That's nuts, dude. But that was kind of normal for him. He did that stuff a lot, and I guess it pissed Jennings the fuck off because he felt the librettist for this thing because he felt like he wasn't giving it his full attention. But
Yeah.
some people just work like that, man. It's like
Okay, so
under pressure
let's-
because he waited too. Because I think didn't he like get the gig and the libretto and everything like in July, and then he started writing it in September. Like he just kind of sat on it for a while.
That I mean that could be. I don't know. I can't speak to that, but that sounds like what I know of Handel.
Yeah.
That he would kind of fuck around and then do it, but. I mean, whatever. He got it done, and he got it done well. Jennings was never, by the way, happy with the music. He thought Handel
He always wanted him to
underperformed for
revise
this.
it, and Handel was like, "Nah,
It
man."
just goes to show that the guy
It's
didn't
fine.
fucking know what he was talking about. Let's go. Let's
maybe
just
his
so I don't
revisions were
forget
awesome.
some shit. Like before we like get into the like the music and stuff
Oh,
like
you got
that.
like an agenda, okay?
Well, no, I just want to make sure that we go through this progression of the first 3 performances. It's
Okay.
actually super fucking interesting, right?
Yeah,
So he went to Dublin.
yeah,
And
nice.
he did this first charity performance, right?
Right.
It was well received, but not like a slam dunk.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, okay, I like this piece. I'm going to take it to London. Jennings thought it was set because it was his text. Of course, it's an important work, right?
Nice.
He wanted to he loved this fucking thing, and he wanted it to have a metropolitan
Like
debut. He was
debut,
not
whatever, yeah,
happy
yeah.
about it debuting in Dublin, and then also for a charity event, right?
Mhm.
So then Handel organized a performance at the Royal Opera House. with opera singers. Those singers were also different in that time.
Yeah.
Kind of like Germany. Opera singers did not fucking sing oratorios, and oratorio singers did not sing operas.
Yeah.
Because the operas that were happening there at the time were Italian opera seria, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of them, I mean, Handel was one of the main people who made castrati fucking fashionable in London. And he brought in a lot of different Italian singers, and he had them do the second performance of Messiah. This thing was a fucking flop, but it was more than that. It was scandalous. Scandalous, so much so that in advertising for it, he had to change the name.
Right.
He wasn't allowed to call it the Messiah because, kind of like today, if you were in theater, you were kind of assumed to be a bit on the fucking rowd and how to say it, lewd and raucous side, like the sort of low side. And it was considered like, whoa, you're calling it the Messiah? Like they loved Jesus back then. They really fucking loved Jesus back then.
Yeah, well, they were scared of Jesus too. But
it was scared of him.
It was the name of it, but it was also the theater. They didn't like it be done in the theater.
They didn't like it to be done in the theater or with theater singers.
Right.
They thought that the theater... First off, they might have a point there. He had a bunch of Italian singers coming in and
there were also
doing
like
that.
two singers in particular. Kitty Clive and I think it was Miss Edwards or something.
Kitty Clive?
Kitty Clive, dude, was one of the sopranos that they had problems with. And I don't know if it was Kitty Clive.
At Royal Opera House when they did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in London because... and like I might be wrong about this, but there was like this story where like these two sopranos got like in a fist fight on stage like prior to this, like in one of the like the Italian operas, and people were like, "Fuck yeah!" Like they were like cheering them on, and so like it was this raunchy, dirty thing, and it very well might have been. Though, kid, it's got to be Kitty Clive. Your name's fucking Kitty. You're punching people.
Your claws are out if your name is Kitty.
Yeah, you have an ankle. You have a treble clef tattooed on your ankle if your fucking name is Kitty Clive, man. But yeah, and so
I just want to.
It's not easy.
I want to read a quote from you. If you guys don't have a copy of Schoenberg's, not Schoenberg's, but Schoenberg, he was a critic in New York, I think for the New York Times. The Lives of the Great Composers. You should.
He's already
it's absolutely necessary for you if you're studying. Right? Get it, read it. He wrote this, which we've mentioned this on the podcast before.
Yeah.
One other aspect of Baroque opera might be noted, the behavior of the audience. Opera-going in Handel's day was not the sedate experience it is today. People went to the opera to be seen and to follow the vocal gyrations of a favorite singer. At performances, they would play cards, chat, move around, eat oranges and nuts, spit freely, hiss and yowl at a singer they didn't like. The singers themselves would go out of character, greeting friends in the boxes or just talking to one another while they were not singing.
Man,
nobody on stage pretended to
That
act,
would have been a good time. That'd have been a good time. I mean, like, yeah, because like this whole throwing tomato things was because they had fucking food.
Yeah, people like that's a cartoon thing nowadays.
Yeah, but they had
forget
food.
That shit happened.
Yeah, like the sorbet aria. I'm sure you guys all fucking learned about that at some point. It's like they would do an aria where it's like, we can eat our fucking ice cream, you know. And like there's some places that still do that kind of. There was a place in Seattle that burned down that I used to sing at, and they would do kind of a cabaret thing. It was like similar, like you kind of just like bullshit, then you'd sing your song, you know.
I'm all about it.
We should start a cabaret, dude.
Well, we talked about it on one of the podcasts before, where I said if I were the intendant, I would take, or the head of a theater, I would have at least a couple performances a year where I take the seats out, just put up tables, and let people do whatever the fuck they want. Have waiters come around.
Fuck this system.
Tosca.
I say you and me. I say we just open a cabaret, okay? Techno Tosca. We give it a different name. Fuck you. You don't have the copyrights anymore. And we just do it, man. You get your fucking like coattails from when they did cabaret here.
I'll do it.
And you're like,
dude, I'll be your concierge.
Ladies and gentlemen. Like, but you gotta get the character. You can't be like yourself.
Okay, but listen, to get back to it, I dig your idea.
So much you want to say about the Messiah, man.
I'm so down with your idea. It's ridiculous. I'll do it every time you want.
Later.
But when you read something like that,
yeah,
you can recognize. Might not be the place for a bunch of religious stuff.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you imagine. It's weird when you read this old stuff. You know, you always imagine that opera back then was somehow similar to what it is now because what you know. We talked about this last night when we were drunk, that like, you know, in these old pagan holidays when they talked about having like uninhibited sex, we're like, oh, they must have had an orgy. Like, no, they were like fucking animals and shit.
Right, no,
you know what I mean? Like what they defined as wild was not was not the same thing.
Absolutely.
And so like when you see words like sex or wild or fight or like whatever, it's like it's not what we think of it as now. And so operas back then were fucking raunchy.
No, it was raunchy. So okay, maybe at first I thought that was fucking
it was
ridiculous.
rock music. I mean, like literally in that society, you had church music. And then that was like the closest fucking thing to rock and roll there was.
No, of course, you had
like
these
talking
castrati.
about real life shit. That freaked people the fuck out.
No, look, you had these castrati like going off stage and just getting blown.
Yeah.
I mean, they were stars. They were goddamn rock stars.
What a life.
What a life. No
What a
balls,
life,
but
man.
but apparently that never stopped them from having like fulfilling sexual experiences.
No, man, you don't need them balls.
You don't need them balls. You
No,
still
man.
can come like actual cum.
I think that's why people all liked it too, right? Because it was like
Probably.
no worries.
No worries.
You're gonna die at
No
30
babies.
anyway.
No babies.
No, man.
Speaking of babies,
Oh God.
speaking of unwanted babies, actually that's a great segue.
Baby Messiah.
Performance number 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, we still haven't gotten to the 3.
So after the Royal Opera House,
yeah, with Kitty Clive.
that with Kitty Clive, get those claws back in there.
Yo,
Kitty.
Casey. Yo, Casey. Okay, yeah.
So they
Miss Clive.
that kind of put some brakes on the fucking on the Messiah train that was rolling. I mean, the debut was in 1741.
Yeah.
And the Royal Opera House was not long after. And then it sat fallow for a while.
Fallow, nice word.
Fallow.
Nice word, dude.
So a couple things. This is something you got to get out there.
All right, put it out there, man.
Was Handel was also an avid art collector, right? He even
Yeah.
had like Rembrandts and shit
Nice.
in his flat in England.
Mm-hmm.
This resonated with some people at a place called the Foundling Hospital. It was a pretty famous thing, and it was run by a guy, a British man who made his fortune in America building ships before the Revolution. Right?
Yeah.
He just went there. He was like a seafarer. Ended up in America.
A seaman.
Started some seaman. I
Yeah.
avoid the term seaman when talking to them because I can't stop giggling. It's too fucking funny that we call them seamen.
Hey, man.
But they're seamen, whatever.
The men of the sea.
So this little spritz went
nice.
over to America
Yeah.
and built some ships,
Yeah, good.
came back, and when he came back, he was like, what the fuck is wrong with London? London was fucking bonkers
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah, bonkers.
Something like 1,000 children a year
Yeah.
were just left on streets.
Yeah, man. Where do you think fucking Oliver Twist? All that shit.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, man.
God damn it! I left my notes at home, but I wrote down a quote
Yeah.
to bring this to bring this idea home because fucking Oliver Twist. You think like, please, may I have some more? And he's like, no, bam, and
Yeah.
smacks him or whatever the fuck he does. I can't remember. I don't remember much from Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
But you think it's just like a dramatization?
No,
it's
man.
not.
It was more of like a.
There was a preacher who wrote
Yeah.
about how these people are the eternal shame of
The
our
orphans.
Christians. These orphans are the eternal black mark on our Christian
Jeez.
society and the show of decay, and they should be treated as such.
Jeez.
Like this motherfucker, just blaming it on these guys. And
Nice.
this guy came back. He's like, I can't deal with this shit.
Well, Handel. Who's
No,
this guy?
no,
Oliver Twist. Cuss it yourself.
Sorry, I didn't say his
okay.
name. Thomas Coram was his name, right?
Thomas Coram, if you please.
So he
Yeah.
tried for the longest time to start a hospital or like a place that would take care of orphans, right?
Nice.
A foundling is what it's called, like the Foundling Hospital,
Okay.
an orphan. And he couldn't get it going because in those days you needed you needed a royal charter
Yeah,
to start
to
something
fucking
like
do
that.
anything, yeah,
you
yeah.
can't do that without connections. And he had money, but he didn't have that kind of money. He needed some fucking dukes, some
fuck you
and
money.
duchesses
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff. Eventually, he got into the pocket or the bustier of a fucking duchess.
Voice.
And because she was on, they got more and more people, finally got his fucking charter, right?
Okay, yeah.
It then became fashionable because so much of high society was behind this idea of the foundling,
Yeah.
the Foundling Hospital, that it was a thing kind of to go on the weekends to church at the Foundling Hospital where you could see, like, you'd be up above everybody and you'd see these orphans devoutly praying and devoutly like scrubbing dishes and
like
shit, and they would walk around. It was
God.
absolutely a social thing to be fucking seen there, right?
Be seen there because you like it's virtue signaling. It was
It's
like
virtue signaling
my
of
God.
the highest degree.
oh, fancy
Whoa,
that.
we've got an orphan here, don't we?
Yes.
Look at Johnny Twist. His cousin,
Yeah.
Oliver's cousin, by the way.
Johnny
Twist.
Okay.
Johnny Twist, nipple twist, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, then there was this thing where artists started to donate their works, and then patrons started to donate their works, and the place became kind of like a museum.
Seriously, okay.
Right?
Wild.
This got around to fucking Handel, who was also a collector, right?
Right.
He decides in a shrewd business move, I bet. That's where people are.
Yeah.
People are going to the Foundling Hospital because remember, before he was making operas, but he wasn't making operas for the fucking lower class. That's not what was going on. He was making it for the fucking upper class.
Yeah,
they stopped going to opera seria, so he starts making it for oratorios, which were more for the lower class, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he sees that these people keep going to this hospital. Boom. Why don't I give a concert to benefit the hospital with Messiah? People were wondering, is it going to sell? It was so fucking packed that they asked the gentlemen to leave their swords at home,
that's the one.
and the women
Please
to
leave your hoops at the door.
Yeah, exactly. You had to leave the hoops there.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking packed that they stormed the gate. They were keeping people out, but they like sort of pushed past everybody so that they could hear outside of fucking windows and shit.
Damn.
Because of that,
Yeah.
the fucking Messiah gate like blew up.
Damn.
Was like the fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then every year after that, and he then bequeathed. I don't know if he bequeathed the rights to Messiah.
God, you got full of good words today.
Foundling to the Foundling Hospital. But he definitely gave them the rights so that it played yearly at the Foundling Hospital.
Smart.
So
It's one hell of a bequeath.
That bequeath almost didn't happen though. I mean, think about that. If Messiah was just like Israel and Egypt to you in the name of Handel oratorios. If you didn't really think about it. But that really got it going fucking everywhere.
A lot of this stuff, man, even today, it's like these like pop songs, just like someone puts it in a movie, that's why it's famous. It's like an event kind of trampolined it to this fucking stardom, you know?
Exactly. It's got to be seen at the right place at the
right time. And we'll talk
time.
about it in the Secret Sponsor podcast, but Handel was a smart guy, man. He would have the opera ready to go, and he would kind of just sit on it sometimes and wait for the opportunity to be like, hey, so I got something ready for this.
Right.
And I think people could take a lesson from that, because these days people like rush to get it out on social media because they value, I guess, the like the ego shit. I don't know, but it's like you can be the opportunist with this stuff. Like, you want your art and you want people to see your art, but like, don't blow your load too early. Wait for the right fucking moment and then be like, that's the one. That's the moment for it, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
and he was good at that, man.
He was absolutely
Old
good
handies.
at it. But why should he be put down because he was a fucking businessman, right?
Yeah,
he got it fucking done. And he recognized where or how it would also travel across Europe. A fucking like some fucking like locksmith who goes and sees the Messiah is not going to do anything for the renown of Messiah. What's going to do it is some fucking duchess who has a cousin in fucking what's it? I don't know, in like Dusseldorf or something. She goes over and she says, I heard the most wonderful oratorio by a man named Handel, right?
Yeah.
She turned into a man there at the end.
Yeah, you kind of got both. that was like split. That was like split of pretentious people.
It got so popular, like you said.
Yeah.
Mozart ended up writing the German version of it.
Yeah, man.
Sort of beefed it up a little bit.
Yeah, Handel's an important person. We talk about these people for a reason, you know? It's like, it's not just that his music was good, but the dude was influential, you know?
Absolutely.
Nah, shit I want to say, but I got to save it for the next podcast.
Save that for the podcast. Let's get to one. Okay, so I started mentioning this earlier. He wrote 20. You basically know one. You know others, but most of the others you know because now people are starting to stage them. Why can you stage that his other oratorios easily and Messiah not? It's because, and this actually is thanks to Jennings, because he did not write it with any clear characters. There are no characters.
No, it's not like Elijah or something where it's like it's an obvious character.
Right,
You know
there's
what I mean?
not a guy named Elijah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not a guy named Jesus in the Messiah.
No. You're just like the base.
It's just like a bunch of fucking commentary about all of it, and there's not even like a main orator or anything. You can't. So it's really difficult to make an opera. I've seen people stage it before.
The Messiah.
Yes.
There's no way it's good.
I mean, the singers were good.
I would
but they
do it
would
like
have been better
Scrooge and the
standing there.
Ghost of Christmas Past. Yeah, I would. That's how I would do it.
I would just stage
Yeah.
different fucking scenes of that
Yeah.
without any relation to the text
Yeah.
at all.
I would do some Philip Glass shit. I would have like numbers and Einstein for no
Right.
reason.
Right.
Just get weird with
1, 2,
it.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That shit is beautiful, by the way. That's got to
Was
be
it
one
Einstein
that we
on the
do.
beach?
Einstein on the beach. That's happening. Next year, Einstein on the beach is coming.
I have trauma, dude. I had to watch the whole thing in my master's. It's like 4.5 hours long,
Yeah,
man.
well, we're not going to play it on
One-
the podcast.
One, three.
I love it.
Let me get high. I'll do my first high podcast, all right?
Sweet.
And then we'll listen
It's
to
coming,
Einstein on the
people.
beach.
Here's another Christmas present for you, an early Christmas present. But that's really that's one of the main characteristics about Messiah is that you can't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why it would have been difficult, I think, to do it at the Royal Opera House. Maybe another reason why that wasn't a success.
Yeah.
You've got people who are used to being like, "What's my motivation?
I'm a character.
I'm a character."
But that's also why it's stayed put in its genre and its purpose for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like they didn't change it into something else. It didn't like sneak into something else. It's like there's kind of only one thing you can do with it. Yeah. Although these days, I mean, like these Messiah. You ever done a Messiah sing along?
No, I object to it.
Yeah, of course you would. But I'm just wondering if you.
I mean,
done it.
no, I've never done it. I don't necessarily object to it either. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Nah,
right?
it's pretty cringy and weird, man.
When you got a lot of people behind on Hallelujah, then it's like, okay. Let's
Yeah.
make some music, you fucking amateurs.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't know. It's weird, dude. It's weird. I did a bunch of those Messiah sing along, but it's huge now. It's an absolutely massive work. You know, like they'll have they did it. What's the big Mormon choir? The Mormon Tabernacle Choir is what it's called.
Uh-huh.
They did it once to 900 fucking singers or something like that. You know, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Dude,
and
you
back
wanna-
then it was 20 guys and 5 boys, right?
You want to hear some massive shit?
Oh, you
All
got
right,
a
I'm
recording.
about to
All right,
bust
all
something
right,
out for you,
all
dude.
right.
Because there was another rewriting of Messiah, right? Which absolutely fucking
Salade.
fucking hammers it. So it was
Is it better than Yoshi's Cookie?
yes.
Oh fuck! It,
It
must
was
be good.
directed by Sir Thomas Beecham, right? And normally you've got fucking I don't know, Richard Croft or one of these Handel sorts of singers that are I guess it was redone by this guy Eugene what's his name, Goosens or
I
something.
don't know. Wait,
Goosens or
hold on.
something?
Beecham conducted it? Is that what you said?
Beecham conducted it. Sir
Beecham.
Thomas Beecham conducted it.
I hardly even know him.
Yeah.
All right. You never get to
You
make that
normally
joke.
expect
Yeah.
fucking like Ian Bostridge or somebody that's doing like that sort of thing
Yeah.
to come out and do it. This is him. I fucking love this. Can we listen to? It's 2 minutes long. Can we listen to
2
it?
minutes? That's a lot. I don't know about the whole 2 minutes.
Okay, we
man.
don't have to do the whole. 2
Put a
minutes.
link up on Facebook.
But
or
this is,
something.
instead of getting one of those tenors, which I have
Yeah.
nothing against them, this is fucking John Vickers.
Oh Christ!
John fucking
All right,
Vickers.
give us a solid
singing it.
30 seconds of it.
You got to hear at least till he sings the A. But you can already hear how fucking
Yep.
crazy thick this orchestra is.
Yeah, man.
Wait, listen to the.
Nice. Some cymbals.
Like, Handel people cringe when they hear this.
Yeah,
It gets
sure.
my dick
Yeah.
rock hard. It's just a
The
different type of
cymbals are
singing.
nice. It's like Corelli type shit. Ass.
Now I'm gonna skip to the end because you got to hear the end. Yeah?
Give me the A, dude. Give me the A. That's good shit.
No, that's not the part that you got to hear.
Yeah, that was a bit biffy.
It's just a completely different fucking thing.
Yeah, man. I like it too. But I'm more of a Verismo guy anyway. But Baroque people and like Verismo people don't really get along. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
They don't want you to like, which I get. Like, if you started singing Bohème like a Baroque person, people get fucking pissed off. But if you started singing like Baroque like that, like, yeah, you can get pissed off too.
But the thing about it is
yeah.
These people who get all fucking hot and bothered about doing Handel in a different way, right?
Yeah.
They're these people who are doing performances and like saying, well, the character's thinking this, the character's doing that. That is not how they thought about opera at all. Opera was not about character developments. Arias were not about fucking like rich fucking
plot
like
and intrigue.
Plot,
and,
intrigue.
Yeah.
It was much more about like capturing a sort of broad general emotion within a fucking aria.
Yeah.
People will argue with me about that, but look at how they even performed. It was not about, people weren't going there to see like what happens to this character.
Yeah.
They were going there to be, they would oftentimes not even pay the fuck attention during the recitative at all, and then just stop, or not even pay attention when it wasn't their singer that was singing.
Yeah.
They wanted to hear a convincing, like 6 minutes of an ABA, baby.
Yeah.
And
happiness.
Which-
happiness. You know,
right,
just-
happiness B, happiness A. Fucking show off, right?
Yeah.
So when you have somebody saying like, well, that's not what the character of that is. Well, no, they didn't have the fucking character of that either. He's capturing a whole new fucking mood, and I love that experimentation. I gotta say, I love it. I love the old stuff too.
There's a line. It's funny. Everybody because people feel like there's borders, but there's of course a spectrum. Like you can do Baroque, and so like look, there's people that would get pissed off if you did anything but the small like 20 men, 5 boys, like basso continuo version of Messiah, right? And so already an increased orchestra with like female choir members, you could say that that's not a pure version of what it was. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So then it's like, okay, a lot of people are okay with that, obviously. So then like a lot of people that get off the train at this, you know what I mean? But then like,
Yeah, but why?
But then if I do a pop version of it, you know, like then is that where you get
there
off?
is should we play that?
What?
Oh my God.
Well,
You don't know about the pop version of Messiah?
No. I know about Sting doing
Oh!
Flow My Tears. I know that. I know Sting, but I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, sorry, I have to play another. People are
Okay.
gonna fucking freak out that we talk about Messiah and we play the Beecham
Yeah.
and this pop version.
Yeah.
But you got to carry for a second so I can.
Beecham, I hardly even know. Yeah, okay. So like, well, give us like, is it like a certain aria you're gonna do?
Yeah.
I can see how it could work though. Like someone should do a metal version of it. That would be fucking badass.
Absolutely. Why not?
I heard a rock version of Nessun Dorma once that wasn't that bad. It serves if it's good enough, man. We talked about it before on the podcast. A lot of this Baroque stuff can like be played on an electric guitar, a cello, an organ. Like toccata and fugue sounds good on fucking everything.
Oh yes, it does.
I've never heard it not sound good. You know?
There's also some question whether it was even meant to be played on the organ.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But a lot of this Baroque stuff, because I don't know, man, because like you said, it was a lot about the music and not so much about like necessarily like the exact timbre of the like the strings and shit. All right, here we go. Okay. This sounds like an intro, like a training video.
Dude, if you were to see it, it's some of the cringiest like early 1990s big
Is
hair
this a game
shit.
show? What's going on here?
I know, it looks like it, right?
They're walking out like this. Looks like this sounds like a call today to get your butthole licked. I think the karaoke track doesn't do it justice. Are they gonna do like the coloratura too? I like the diphthong.
I mean, the guy, look,
That guy looks exactly like Bob Ross, man.
Yeah, like if
I like
Bob
this.
Ross,
Wow. I like
if
that
Bob
shit.
Ross wanted to be cool,
Yeah.
that's what it would have ended up being.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude. But hey, I gotta say, I think they got fucked on the music because I think had the music been done right, I don't know, man. I think there was some potential there.
Yeah, well, maybe
There was some potential.
Sure, look,
Because a lot of Christian rock shit sounds like that.
of course,
You know,
yeah.
without the fucking like lame ass karaoke.
Somebody
track.
out there must be doing it better, a better version of that, right?
Yeah, but what point is there? You know what I mean? Like your audience is like religious people. They already know Messiah. You know,
Yeah.
You're not gonna get new people listening to Messiah by popping it up. There's not really a reason to do it. I can't see the reason to do that.
Did you happen upon?
Will you quit grabbing the mic, man?
Well, no, I'm trying to adjust it because it's a little low.
right.
Did you happen upon the story of everybody standing up during the Hallelujah chorus?
Yeah, with the king, like it's like thought that he did it first, but there's no proof.
Yeah. So did you did they even attribute it to a particular performance or what?
Yeah, I don't know because I mean, what Mike's talking about, for those of you that don't know, is that it's tradition, I guess. Do they still do it? They stand during the Hallelujah chorus.
I've done it before.
Okay, the belief is that King George II did it at the London premiere. Yeah, and so when
At the Royal Opera House.
Yeah, so when he stood, then everybody else was obliged to stand, right? But it's like there's zero evidence that says that happened, right?
Especially since we know it wasn't a very good success.
Yeah, and also the first reference of that even happening is like in 1756 or something, which is like 3 years before he died. They would have talked about it if it was a thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and that's after. Okay, so remember the performance at the Foundling Hospital was in 1750, which means that it had already been established as like the thing. So that's
So for
when
6 years, someone would have fucking mentioned it. So I don't know if that's true.
No, right, and the Royal Opera House premiere must have been around 42 or 43. I can't remember exactly. It must have been around then, but after it started to catch on after 1750,
Yeah.
there were 6 years for somebody to fucking like make up this story about the king. The king heard it. And he stood in his chair.
Handel probably did it, man. I bet he did
Shrewd.
it. I bet he did. He released it.
motherfucker.
And he whispers. He like had the whispers and stuff, and then like.
Do you remember
boom.
that time?
Do you remember the king stood up during
When
my show?
No, I don't. That happened.
I was kind of fucking high. Yeah, man. Good shit, man. Good shit. I wouldn't mind singing the Messiah again someday, but it's just, you know.
I sang a couple as a soloist. I sang as many as a choir member, and I sang one where we did. So normally you do it at Christmas time. That's what you fucking do. If you're a singer in America, you've got maybe one or two messiahs that float you through that season, right?
Yeah, man.
And I sang, and normally what they do at that time is they abbreviate it. So we should talk about this also, so we actually talk about the piece some. It's in 3 different parts.
Yeah.
One is the nativity, or not the nativity, but his birth.
Yeah.
The second is the passion, and the third is a reflection on the hereafter.
It's about
the
also his
hereafter or
resurrection,
thereafter.
right?
Right, the resurrection and the hereafter,
Yeah.
right? And most people only do the nativity at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I was in Cincinnati, and it was Cincinnati Baroque or something like that, and this guy decided,
Fuck it.
we're going to do the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing's long.
Front to back. Yeah, it is.
Front to back.
I've rarely done the whole thing.
No pause, no intermission
Break,
or
yeah.
anything like that. And the guy fucking, I guess he must have forgotten that he's got to pay orchestra members different than he pays the singers. Because the singers, we're basically fucking indentured servants at that point.
you get paid per like
You
thing.
get paid.
For all the rehearsals and the shows, it's a flat rate.
Right, we
Orchestra people like
vaguely
hourly.
agreed.
Yeah.
We vaguely agreed to that sum,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm getting now, I guess.
Yeah.
But the orchestra members,
No.
they've got time limits.
Nah, they got piss breaks.
And they're like-
they got temperature limits.
We're not playing longer than 3 hours, you know.
And they'll stop at 3 hours, man.
And they'll stop at 3 hours
Which they should, because they would get fucking used otherwise.
because they would get used otherwise,
Yeah.
right? So I was in the choir. This was my first time singing it in the choir, and this guy decided we're moving.
We're
we are
doing the whole show
we're
in less
doing
than
it,
3
and
hours.
we're doing it in less than 3 hours, which means that let us break their bonds asunder. Let us break their and that's and cast away. And I cannot sing Coloratura like that.
No.
It was literally and cast away.
Yeah, just give him the slide. Just give the old slide whistle.
And I asked him. I said, "Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you going so fast?" He's like, "That's my interpretation." I walked away. You motherfucker.
That's my
No,
interpretation.
It's not.
That guy's a
it's
grifter.
Not, you bald fuck you.
What if we did this as fast as we could? I've had that before, though, where it's like, I did a Tosca once. I probably told the story before, but the orchestra had a temperature limit. So once it got below, I think, like 10 degrees outside, we had to stop. And the director had a thermometer there.
Oh my
and as
God.
the sun went down, because it was an outdoor thing, the sun goes down, because it was planned that, like, the sun's in Act 1, and then it sets for Act 2, and it worked. It was effective. And so he was saying, it was like, he was going faster and faster and faster to try to beat the fucking temp. But in the middle of... hey, what's the big Act 3 aria?
Yeah.
Stella, whatever. In the middle of that aria, it get the temperature, and they just stopped. Yeah, it just stopped, and suddenly you heard an electric piano through speakers.
Oh,
Just
that
suddenly,
sucks,
it was in the middle of the aria. They wouldn't even go to the end of the aria. They were just like, "Fuck you! It's the temp is fucking 10 degrees. It's done." You know,
See, I wish it weren't like that.
10
though.
degrees Celsius.
Fight
guys.
for
Come on.
yourself.
Yeah.
Fight for yourself, but finish an aria.
Yeah.
You've got another person up there dying
There's
on
a
stage.
little wiggle room. Yeah, but we didn't have a temperature requirement. You know, it could have been like fucking
No,
freezing.
it's just inconsiderate.
Yeah.
What bothers me about it is it's inconsiderate because the orchestra, they look out for themselves, and rightfully so, because they have strength in numbers. But what they forget to do is say, we've got another fellow musician up there.
Yeah.
And he's really... None of us are exposed in that aria. The clarinet is exposed as much at the beginning, but that's the only one. And then he's up there literally with a spotlight on him.
Yeah.
And you can't finish the aria for him?
Yeah, I get it.
I know it's
in that
now
case,
9.5 degrees instead of 10.
But people, we've talked about it before, so I don't want to get into it now, but it's like, because we want to do this, we get used all the time.
Yep.
And so I feel myself like, becoming the Devo. Like, I wouldn't do it, but I get why people act shitty when they get, like, in the career for longer, because you get used enough by agents and directors and, like, people, like, use your time like they're going to give you something back someday, then they just cast you aside. You get bitter and angry,
Do you sing stuff from Messiah?
For what? Just like my free time?
I mean, you have
I did the whole
audition
bass
arias
thing.
or anything? You've done it before.
Yeah.
And do you like singing it?
Yeah, I actually like it a lot, man. I like it.
I mean, me as a tenor, I find, like, I don't necessarily... Yes, I'm sorry. Bach's Coloratura I don't find super easy to sing.
Yeah.
I actually hate singing Bach's solo tenor stuff.
Okay.
Handel's isn't as bad.
No.
It somehow fits in the voice, but Messiah is... I feel like I could sing that all day.
Yeah, it's I love singing the bass concert stuff because it's like it's not, as long as you can like manage the D's and E's or whatever, like you're good.
There must be
It's actually, it suits bass baritones really good. Baritones have a hard time with it sometimes because it like sits a bit too low for them.
Yeah.
And then bass it's kind of high. But actually, if you're like me, bass baritone is like it's fine.
It must have something to do with the fact that, so when he's writing for an opera, he's dealing with people who the point is to show off. So he's showing off.
Yeah.
If that's what the doctor orders, good old Georgie Handel will do it.
Yeah, but
right?
also like you didn't have the high C's and shit till like Rossini basically and that shit later.
But I mean just the fluidness of it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
He would purposely write it into operas, but the decadence was not appreciated by the religious.
Yeah.
Like it was
I
thought
see
of.
what you
It was
mean, I see
thought
what
of
you
as
mean.
something else. So perhaps that's why it's just much easier to sing than any of his opera stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. It was later in his life, because like when he first started writing music after, and this isn't the Handel podcast, but after he went to university, he got like that concert or the organist gig, and he was writing music, and people were like, "It's good, but it's too fucking long." He had some things he had to work out, like it was long-winded, or it took him a long time to make his fucking point. And so I think also he just refined it. I mean, like that point in his life, I think he'd kind of figured some shit out.
Dude, I am busting with shit I want to say about
well, then
Handel.
let's wrap this up. So,
I am busting with shit I want to say about Handel, but
right.
you guys, sorry, we have planned, as we normally do, we'll do an opera or a piece, and then in the secret sponsor, we'll do the composer, or vice versa, where we'll do the composer here and the piece there. So we are contractually obligated to our fucking sponsors
So,
to save the goodies for them.
So just to plug it up, so secret sponsor section has some benefits. You always get a podcast. You get double the podcast, but also, so by the time you hear this, it will have already happened. But tomorrow we're doing our live stream.
Oh yeah.
So we're recording this on Saturday because Mike's is gonna be out of town for Christmas. So we have our live stream, so that will have happened by the time you hear this. But you can always join us on Patreon. You can become a sponsor, and this week we actually got some noobs.
Oh yeah, we got some new sponsors.
You want to read it?
No, you read them this time. I always
man.
read.
All right. Jesus Christ, that's loud as fuck. I'm just gonna endure. All right, so first up, we got Jane Swanson. No, Swan. Sorry, just Swan. Jane Swan. Jane Swan, thanks for being a sponsor. Next up, we got Dylan Rufo. I don't know where you're from. And last up, this song takes forever, dude. And last up, we have Amelia. Thank you, everybody.
Amelia. Just Amelia?
Yeah, she opted for the one name.
Yeah, that's cool. Prince.
I don't know how
they can't get cooler than one name, baby.
So Mike and I are getting
Amelia.
blasted by the music right now. Holy shit, that was so loud.
That was so fucking loud, and we did not help it.
No.
You were loud as fuck, and I was back here doing this weird whip.
Fuck our neighbors. But it won't be loud for you guys. I'll turn it down, but we got fucking deafened by that shit. My ears are like ringing. That was so fucking loud.
Dude, I loved
yeah.
the fucking wait, before we get into that,
do the play. Hold on. Jane Swan, Dylan Ruffo, and Amelia. Thank you so much for becoming sponsors.
You guys, for real, it keeps SDAO alive. You keep us going. You keep we can improve everything because of it. You guys are the lifeblood.
Yeah, and so I've sent you guys your passwords so you have access to the last 3 years of content, which is of course a lot of podcasts, but also videos and behind the scenes stuff.
Plus, you're coming in time for the live stream.
Yeah,
baby.
so you got it for the live stream. So hopefully you guys will have come to that. I don't know. It's tomorrow, but by the time this airs, it will be the past. Mike and I, depending on how it goes tomorrow, unless you guys just fucking roast us or something, I don't know. We plan to do these live streams often, so you'll be a part of that. So thank you so much for your sponsorship. For those of you interested in sponsoring us, just go to our website, click the donate tab. You can go to Patreon. You can also go to Buy Me a Coffee if you want to make a one-time sponsorship with a credit card or a PayPal or whatever. You can do it. If you just want to give us like a one-time donation. Or, of course, if you want something back for your money, then visit our store and buy stickers. Buy a shirt. We're sending those out again. Shirts are back in the store. They look great. We got a whole fucking inventory sitting back here. So when you buy that, shipping's free. You know, it's built into the cost, but also it helps us. We make a couple bucks on each shirt so that we can kind of reinvest in the podcast. So thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you, everybody, for listening regardless. What else we got? That's about
I want to announce to the fucking world the person who won. We wanted to give we wanted to give passage to somebody who fucking we wanted to give passage to somebody to the live stream.
Yeah.
So we asked on Instagram, "What's your most embarrassing Christmas moment?"
Okay.
And I liked this one.
Okay.
So she said, I knocked myself out on a corner running away so not to get caught peeking at the tree. I like that.
That's innocent.
Imagine a little child just running full tilt, and children can move because, you got less wind resistance. So you fucking, move.
Yeah.
I guess that sounded good to me at the time. It caught a corner, and she went fucking down.
So that's the winner.
That's the winner. We're going to send you out a
link.
A link to the fucking live stream, baby.
It's gonna be nuts, dude. I got some surprises.
I got a surprise for you. I suck at buying Christmas presents, but I got Jared maybe one of my favorite Christmas presents that I've ever bought anybody ever.
Oh man!
The moment I thought about it, I ordered it immediately. I was with you. Remember, we were in the store.
Yeah, you just disappeared, yeah.
I disappeared,
For a
came
long time.
back around. I'm like, I just bought your present.
Okay.
done.
Well, you're gonna one up me, man. Yours is pretty standard.
Wow, yours is not.
Oh fuck. That's a dildo.
I love it.
All right. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed our talk about the Messiah. I hope you're having a Merry Christmas. And we will see you in, well, not 2 weeks, sorry. So we're starting our break right now. So we usually take like a 4-week break. So end of January, look for us on Instagram, Facebook. We'll let you know when season 4 is coming out. So have a good winter break, whatever holidays you celebrate. Or if you don't celebrate, have fun being sad. And we'll see you next time. That's how you end the season, man.